Da-da-da! Welcome, Bourbon Quest. It's your host, Bourbon Steve. We're here at Mash Madness, and it's come down to this. We started with 64 bottles. We're now down to 2 for the finals of the first ever Mash Madness here on Bourbon Quest. Ha ha! So, all right, we're gonna tip this thing off. Just real briefly, in the championship game tonight, competing for the first ever national championship of Mash Madness on Bourbon Quest, you have none other than Smoke Wagon, rare and limited black corn. We'll be going head to head against a Buffalo Trace, Stagg Jr. Heck yeah. That's who's competing in your national championship, boys and girls. So, all right. First off, thank you for all those of you who have been watching throughout this process. It's been, we started with 64. We're down to these 2. What a journey. What a quest. But remember, stay hydrated, my friends. Also, I want to say thank you for all those that have subscribed. If you've yet to do so, it takes 2 seconds, doesn't cost anything. Just hit that subscribe button up there somewhere, and that does me and the channel a great favor. We appreciate that. And then do yourself a favor and just ring that bell for notifications. That way you're notified each and every time a new video comes up. So got some exciting things in the works, so you don't want to miss that. And smash that like button. That lets the YouTube algorithm spread it out to more people, so thank you for that. Feel free to leave a comment on who you think is going to win tonight. Obviously, if you have one or both of these, feel free to drink along and make your own decision there. But we will be crowning a national champion tonight. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the particulars. So we have this is Smoke Wagon, rare and limited, straight bourbon whiskey coming from Las Vegas. Batch name WC Elevators. It is bottle number 1024 out of 1649. It's composed of 56% 9-year, 13% 6-year-old, 13% 7-year-old, and 18% 5 years old. All right. Coming in at 114.41 proof. So, rare and limited. We needed a way to experiment with blends, release outstanding single barrels, and not be confined by the price or consistent flavor profile of our core expressions. Rare and limited was created to showcase distinguished blends and single barrels. So there's 4 different kinds. There's blue coin, which is single vintage blend. Red coin, which is single barrel. Gold coin is proof down vintage blend. And then, oh yeah, the black coin that we have here tonight is uncut vintage blend. Hell yeah! All right. And no stranger here is Stagg Jr. Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey coming in at 130.2 proof, barrel proof, unfiltered of course. And George T. Stagg was born in Kentucky on December 19th, 1835. Stagg built the most dominant American distillery of the 19th century on the banks of the Kentucky River during a time known as the Gilded Age of Bourbon. The distillery survived floods, fires, droughts, and even prohibition when it made whiskey for medicinal purposes. Today, Buffalo Trace Distillery strives to carry on the tradition of its famous forefather. Uncut and unfiltered, this robust bourbon whiskey ages for nearly a decade and boasts the bold character that is reminiscent of the man himself. Hell yeah! All right, who do you think is going to win Bourbon Quest? Also, just for disclosure, don't pay attention to what glass is near or behind which bottle, because it is completely irrelevant. They have been mixed up, rearranged to where I have no idea which is which. I use a very high-tech, sophisticated, dangerous, proprietary, patent-pending method approved by NASA, yo. That's a bunch of bullshit. But I like saying it. And this is the last time, I guess, for that for a while. Anyway, so bottom line is, I don't know which is which. This is blind. And let's get right to it. What do you say? Ah, national championship. Whew. Somebody gets to cut down the nets. Man, rich, caramel, vanilla, almond. Cream brulee, little butterscotch, definitely caramel, vanilla, almond. Cheers, Bourbon Quest. So I get that proof. I don't know where I'm getting that from, but I get an almond and then vanilla, caramel, creme brulee, some black pepper and spice on it as well. Very delicious. Remember, stay hydrated, my friends. Let's go in for a second sip. Cheers, Bourbon Quest. Yeah, I get that almond, that vanilla, caramel, black pepper, creme brulee. Very nice. All right, let's go on to the second one. So get some more like spice on that. I don't know if it's coming off necessarily hot or whatever, but the alcohol is a little bit more, the ethanol is a little bit more pronounced. And then I do get the caramel and vanilla, some spiciness. There's some of that proof coming back through. Alright, cheers, Bourbon Quest. Yeah, you get that on the mouthfeel, and then when I do get the caramel, vanilla, walnut, black pepper, baking spices, some cinnamon. Quite good. Alright, we'll go in for a second sip here. Yeah, you get this that caramel and then baking spice, cinnamon, walnut. And you can get that punch right off the front. It has definitely good mouthfeel, nice hug. You do get that cinnamon, that caramel, that vanilla, that walnut. Alright, we're going to run it back. Stay hydrated, my friends. Very good. I mean, really get that cinnamon, and then vanilla, caramel, walnut, black pepper, baking spice, more of that cinnamon. All right, let's go back to number one. Cheers, Bourbon Quest. Here we go. Yeah, I get that cinnamon, that vanilla, I get that creme brulee, a little bit softer on the palate, a little bit more complex with the flavors. Definitely get some almond in there, and then some black pepper and baking spices as well. I think it's a little bit more complex on the palate there, to be honest. We'll run it back one more time, and then we'll crown a national champion. Hell yeah. Alright. Definitely like the nose better on the first one. The colors are very, there's not much distinguishing on the color there, really. Cheers, Bourbon Quest. It's more of that almond and that cinnamon, vanilla, caramel. Also a little bit of like apricot I'm getting on that now. Definitely more cinnamon, black pepper, baking spice. Alright. Cheers, Bourbon Quest. Listen, they're both fantastic. I mean, what do you expect in the finals? I mean, these are two top seeds, big boys, heavy players. Hard to find, unfortunately. Honestly, I mean, I know at least another Stagg in the bunker. I've killed one. I believe this is my second one. This is the only bottle I've got of that one. Don't know if I'll ever get another one, because that was very fortunate to get that one. But nonetheless, it's time here on Bourbon Quest for Mash Madness to crown our first ever national champion of Mash Madness. Woo! Alright, let's see who it is, because we're going with whiskey number one. Who do you think it is, Bourbon Quest? Do you have a clue? Do you have an idea? I have a clue, but I have no idea. Alright. And your national champion is going to go to none other than the one, the only, Helen from Las Vegas, Nevada. You got it, baby. Smoke Wagon, rare and limited black coin, takes down the renowned product from Buffalo Trace, Stagg Jr. Met its match and has gone down. Congratulations, Smoke Wagon, rare and limited, the first ever national champion here on Bourbon Quest for Mash Madness. Woohoo! That's freaking exciting. Ah, who would have thunk it? I mean, that's a hell of an honor to basically beat out 63 other whiskeys to take home a national title. Those are never easy, and you could easily be upset, you know, in an early round, like, you know, some of the other Buffalo Trace products. The Wellers were knocked out early. Bland's made it, I think, to the Elite 8 or something like that, but even like J.W. Dan, I think, made it to the Sweet 16, which is a $15 bottle of bourbon. You know, let me know. Leave a comment. What do you think of this? If you have any ideas or suggestions on, I feel pretty good about it, but I'm more interested in on how you feel about it. If you've got, any ideas or suggestions on tweaking it for next year or whatever. But bottom line was I basically took. I mean, I didn't draw it out of a hat or anything. I tried to pick. Well, number one, the main thing was that because I have at any time probably 120 to 130 bottles open on my shelves over there, and so I went and chose 64 bottles that were already open because I didn't want to do any fresh cracks or anything like that, whether they were opened a year ago or a week ago when we started this. That was the number one criteria, is that they had to be a bottle that was sitting on my shelf that was already open. And I guess I didn't really pay that much of close attention, but the second criteria was it couldn't be on its last pour because we're going to have to go through 5 or 6 if you're going to make it to the national championship. But the main criteria is it had to be a bottle that was already open. And then, I did choose obviously some stuff that's, rare and limited, such as it says on the bottle, and hard to find, along with, because I wanted to be representative of what the men's basketball tournament is, with, Cinderellas and, your blue bloods, along with your regional schools and people that just got in by winning a tournament, whatever. So that's why you had your JW Dance and your Evan Williams Black Label and things like that, along with Old Forester 1920s, and then the hard stuff, even like this, and Wild Turkey 1. What else do we have in there? Obviously we had some Blantons and some Wellers and things like that. So anyways, if you've got any comments or ideas or suggestions on what you would like to see, tweaked or whatever, let me know. Or if you think it's fine the way it is, I will say that I'm pleased with how it turned out. Number one, I got a lot of joy out of it. This was a lot of fun. It was a lot of work too, don't get me wrong, but yeah, we had some upsets in the first round. We had, a couple, budget bottles or whatever make it to the Sweet 16, and then we had some blowouts in the first round. We had an overtime game, and then in the Final Four we had a double overtime game when Stagg Jr. took out Old Forester 1920. So, and then we had some, buzzer beaters, and winning on a last second shot. And of course, we had your occasional blowouts and stuff like that too. But I thought it was very representative, and I think, well, I'm not going to say anything, but if you're watching the regular basketball tournament, like St. Patrick's made it a long way, but in the end, who are in your Final Four? Your Blue Bloods. I believe it is Duke, North Carolina, Villanova, and Kansas. I mean, those are heavy hitters. Our Final Four was Stagg Jr., Smoke Wagon, Old Forester 1920, and what was the other one? And Bullet Blender Select. I mean, yeah, that's. I mean, I think once you get down to the Final Four, it's going to be either your number 1 or number 2 seeds, or your traditional blue bloods, your Kansas, your Kentuckys, your Dukes, your North Carolinas. I don't even know if UCLA is considered a blue blood anymore, but anyways, you get the idea. All right, well, that wraps it up. Again, congratulations for the first ever national championship on Bourbon Quest for Mash Madness. We're going to do it again next year. I guarantee you. It may have a little bit different format, but it'll be very close to what this is. So give me your thoughts, give me your ideas. Again, congratulations, national champion, Smoke Wagon, rare and limited. Oh yeah. All right, baby, that's it. It's been fun. Now I don't have to record a video every freaking night, so that's nice. I mean, I'll still be, don't worry. Just ring that bell, you'll get notifications. there'll be more videos out this week, just not every single day like it has been for the last month and a half. So thanks again, Bourbon Quest. Go ahead, if you didn't already, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, smash that like, and leave a comment. And as always, my wish for you is that all your Bourbon Quest dreams come true, just like they did for Smoke Wagon. That's a wrap, Bourbon Quest. We'll see you soon, that's for sure. Whew, what a ride.